So this time we'll be looking at Lady Deathstrike from Wave 13 of the Toy Biz Marvel Legends. This was an all-villains line. Quite something interesting that they did. The other figures in the wave were Blackheart, the Abomination with a variant scarred face. We have Pyro, Thor with a variant head, and the Green Goblin with a variant unmasked Norman Osborn head, with the Build-A-Figure being Onslaught, the dark side of Magneto and Charles Xavier. Now, you may notice that this has just a generic write-up and the international backing. Yes, so this was a recent purchase. I found her at a sale and the price was right, so I decided to get her. It's a pretty neat figure with some cool mechanical details because she is a cyborg, and so she's got metallic parts here and metallic claws, and very nice representation of her kind of pseudo-Japanese, pseudo-samurai armor. She has posable sleeves here. Yes, the sleeves are on their own joint here. Really interesting. Paint job, this is fine. Nothing either too bad or stellar. It just, it's a very good figure. Well, not that interesting a character, I think. She doesn't come with anything. Yeah, just the figure. Her head has got a pretty good ball joint. She's got shoulders go in and out. Her 360 is limited by her vest. She has, like I said, the sleeve articulation and a swivel here at the bicep. She's got double jointed elbows. Her arms are permanently extended. She's got actually a wrist joint here, or forearm joint. She bends at the wrist, both up and down, and her fingers bend. She's got very soft fingers there. She does have abdominal articulation, and her vest kind of gets in the way of stuff. She rotates at the waist. Her legs move in and out. Not really forward and back, but they rotate. And as well as she's got the rotation on the upper thigh. The double jointed knees, rotates at the shin, bends at the ankle, and pivots at the ankle. She's got no toe articulation. Now, Lady Deathstrike, or Yuriko Oyama, first appears in, believe it or not, Daredevil number 197 in 1983. And she's just a normal person there, certainly skilled in martial arts, but she doesn't appear as a cybernetic Lady Deathstrike until Alpha Flight number 33 in 1986. Her father was a scientist who invented the process of bonding adamantium to bones. Of course, most of you will probably know that this is very important in the origin of Wolverine. Her father, who, aside from being a scientist, was also a Yakuza, a crime lord, who called himself Lord Darkwind. And he had a scarred face from surviving a kamikaze attack during World War II. And he had this weird little thing going on where he would scar his children's faces, including Yuriko and her two brothers. Now, that's what really spurs Yuriko, and she uh, actually joins with Daredevil against her father to free her lover, who was also working for Lord Darkwind, and avenge the death of both her brothers, who had died in service to her father's criminal empire. Her lover is so loyal to her father that he commits suicide. And this kind of drives her off the deep end, and she really does a 180 and adopts the ways of her father. She begins to seek out the people who stole her father's process to create Wolverine. And in doing so, she decides to enhance her abilities with cybernetic limbs and adamantium claws, specifically to face Wolverine. So she has a couple of run-ins with Wolverine before joining the Reavers, some other cybernetic enemies of the X-Men who became modern-day pirates. A couple of years ago, she was responsible for the mutant Sunfire having his legs cut off. In the Messiah Complex storyline in the X-Men titles, she faced off against X-23, and they kind of have this rivalry going on now. Strangely enough, she's part of the Sisterhood of Mutants, and their plot to resurrect the revanche persona of Psylocke. So, yeah, and she hasn't shown up since, but again, she'll probably show up sooner or later. Anyway, so that's my review on Lady Deathstrike. Stay tuned for my next review.